And welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz as we move into round 8 of our 5th season on Career Mode F1 2017. We've just obviously had our invitational round and we're here into Azerbaijan, the Baku City Circuit. 14th is our best ever qualifying here, and our best ever race finish at Azerbaijan is, of course, a measly 11th. We've only finished here twice before, so let's get into this. Coming off the back of our podium result in Canada, we're on a bit of a high here. We've got a big update coming your way in Britain, and then that way our entire engine is completely at capacity, and then we by far continue to have the most powerful engine in Formula 1. So that's to look forward to in the next race, but right now here in Baku we've got to try and get 15th, which would be one off our highest ever qualifying position. I said highest ever qualifying here in Baku of 14th. And we would be very happy to get 14th here again in Baku. As we're just off the pace here. Whoa, and I had to really back out of that one there. It was either go into the wall or back out of it completely. And I had to back out of that completely, which is going to cost me a lot of time. We get towards the castle section, and that has cost me a lot of time. We've gone all the way down to the back end of 20th place. And that is not where we want to be. We move up slightly into 17th. I'm not going to focus on the position right now. I'm just going to focus on the race ahead of me here. So we try and bridge this gap. 17th at the moment. Let this engine do its thing. We know the fast speed section at the back. 15th is just on the bubble. Get through here, and this is where we can unleash the power of the Renault. Just like that. Oh, nearly snaps into the wall there. 15th, we're hanging on to it. We're hanging on to it. Can we sneak up to equal our best ever of 14th? I think we're going to get stuck on 15th. We're going to get to 15th. We will. That's what we needed. Well, we would have liked to be a little bit higher, but that's where we needed to be. And Hamilton gets pole position. So we'll see how we can go on race day. Let's look forward to that now. And let's do that. Of course, as I said, best ever finish here 11th. That came last season. Previously, we only finished 14th. We've only finished here twice before. So we will see how we go. And as we get prepared to do this. So let's wait and see. This damn screen taking forever. Got a few points there. Obviously, we can now use our points actually on other parts besides the engine. Well, I've lost the rivalry. We didn't realise that. And, Mercedes. A bit high up there on the chart. How would that be? A Mercedes drive. Much preferably, obviously, go for Ferrari. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Because all it takes is one mistake, and we know that they don't want us. So we'll keep on pushing forward and see what we can do here. We've got to finish Azerbaijan. Because we know generally that this is a bit of a bogey circuit for us. Alright, clean start is what we need. Put the rich mode. We're going to keep an eye on the rich revs though, because again, this is a very fuel heavy circuit. So keep an eye out to see if this rich revs likes to keep up. So far we've been pretty good with our rich revs in being able to maintain it for the entire race. We're on the outside. Alright. Oh, only 0.89. That's difficult. Alright, we're going to cut straight across here. No, we can't do it. Oh, we've run into our teammate. I'm probably going to get a penalty for that, aren't I? Oh, squeezed in there. We just have to brake because we were going to lose a wing. I'm going to get a warning for a collision with Hulkenberg, a warning for a collision with my teammate at the first off the start line there. And, yeah, I don't know about the Hulkenberg one, but definitely my teammate. Again, very surprised that I'm not getting a penalty, but again, I don't want a penalty. People are probably thinking, like, Ben, why do you complain you're not getting a penalty? I don't want one. Just on how this usual system works. in this game. So we've made our way up into 10th. Hanging on the back here to Ocon. We've lost that rivalry. So obviously we don't have a rival technically at this point of the game. Until they hand another one here. We're making lots of plays. I'm going to have to go off circuit there. Yeah, it is a good start, but not too happy about having to go off circuit there. Oh, so close into the castle section. That sun glaring through there. Never seen that happen before. As we can stretch the legs a little bit. Go into this corner that I hate. It comes out of nowhere after being so fast. Really having to watch our rich mode here. As we now can unleash the beast. The say again breaking, I don't know if you can hear that, but Jeff every now and then will come on the radio and go, say again breaking up. I did read online that it's apparently a bit of a glitch. It's happening to a lot of PlayStation users. So it's not just me. Ricardo and Massa. I'm going to dive straight down the inside of both of them here. Oh, yeah, baby. Just like that. Similar to what happened in Russia. They're fighting with each other. And I'm going to say, well, I'll just take it off both of you. We're up into 7th. Obviously, we know the updates in the car are helping. And I think in the reducing the difficulty slightly. We are down to 60 now. I believe I've put it down. I think I reduced it back from 62 down to 60. And I think we'll leave it at that, really. Because the qualifying performance is still not brilliant. But it's making our race trim a little bit better. And I'm much more comfortable with this. And you're probably thinking, well, it's a little bit easier for you. Well, it is. But it's not too easy, and it's not too hard. So we're kind of in the middle here, which I guess is what we like. And I realised we were doing fairly okay before. But we're just going to try it with this for a little bit further. Oh. So we obviously want to get out of Toro Rosso. And I feel we need to have some big performances in this car. And I feel as though we can do it. Perez up in 5th. The Force Indies are doing very well, aren't they? And the Williamses. They're both finding their way up the pointy end of the grid. So interesting to see that this season. Let go of the throttle there. I think I just feathered it a little bit too much. We're into 0.37 now on the rich mix. Try and keep it at one more lap, shall we? We have DRS. Don't think we're going to quite get it here. Nope. Ricardo shouldn't get it either. Again, I'm a little bit quiet here as I just try and maintain it on track. We're catching Verstappen. Oh. Whoa. Close there. This is fun. He says, shitting himself. Seem to get more and more nervous with these races as I'm just trying to get myself right up here to the pointy end of the grid. In a better team for next year, of course, and I've got to try and show him who's boss. If I can get ahead of Verstappen here, that will really give me some credit for Red Bull. I'm going to put this back down to standard revs at the moment. It's not in a position. Again, considering we've updated the fuel mix as best as we can. Sure, there's still going to be some circuits, obviously here Baku. We'll put it back up to rich revs here as we go into the last straight. Ooh, just get a little bit loose there on the throttle. I don't think that will give me DRS. Oh, it will. Didn't think I had enough there in me. Raikkonen sets the fastest lap. Should hopefully get DRS again just up here. So we'll keep it on rich mode just a little bit longer. So we move here into DRS again. Still a little bit far back here from Verstappen. Way too far back, sadly. Put it out of rich revs, and we'll take that into the back half again. We maintain this gap and close in on Maximus and Sergio. Keep it nice and clean. Coming up towards the castle section here. Oh, I'm very close here now to Max. We don't want to clip the back of him and damage the wing, and obviously risk a penalty. Put it up to Rich here as we get a little bit of speed. Take it down a notch. Oh, I don't want to go into this here too deep. Oh! It's only the wing. It's only the wing. It's only the wing. Oh, no. I thought I was gone there. I thought that was my retirement streak done. I lose the front wing. I say it's only the front wing. But it's going to be so tricky into this section here. I have to travel so slowly. Oh, I've got one more lap to go. But I'm going to have no front wing at all. And I've got two very racy Red Bulls on my rear end. Both with DRS. Oh, this is going to be one tricky lap to complete. I risked it. I nearly ended my race. Luckily, it was only my front wing down. I've got a bit of acceleration here as I keep in the fuel mix. Up into rich mode. The acceleration of this engine is doing its job. We don't have to brake early. The turning point is not the best. Put it down to standard as we go through the slow section of the circuit. Oh, nerve-wracking once again. I can never seem to just do a race that doesn't keep me not nervous. At least it did it on the second last lap, and we have one lap here to hold on. Castle section. Still yet to crash out of the castle section, believe it or not, at all here on Casual Gamer Oz. Alright, we're going to have to put it into rich mode here because I'm going to have to slow down here into the corners. And these are generally flat. I have to brake there even. Oh, that's not a good feeling. I'm going to have to brake so early into this corner. This is where I lost the wing before. Bit of debris on the track. I don't know if it counts if you run over your own debris, but I'm sure debris is debris. Doesn't discriminate whether it's yours or another car's. Alright. Have to brake a little bit there. Oh, that is not a good braking spot, Ben. That is not where you want to brake. Verstappen is going to be all over you here. Hold on to this, Ben. Hold on to it. I think you're going to hold on to 6th place here. Ricardo's going to have a bit of a look. But I think you are just going to hang on to 6th place. I think you're just going to do it. Oh, what's happening all behind you there? You do. Oh.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And that's all you've got to say to me, Jeff. Oh, I'd like a bit of credit there. Thank you very much, Jeffrey, but you're a hard man to please. Oh, it was all that move on Verstappen that was a bin it or make it move. I got very, very lucky. How I didn't lose a wheel in that, I do not know. Wow. That's where I clipped my teammate into that first turn, and it was Hulkenberg who ran into the back of me, and again I get the warning for it. Again, go figure. Making some strong moves there. I think I got at least a few here, didn't I? Must be the next corner I get a few. Oh, look at that. Thank you very much. Alright. So let's have a look at the championship standings. 39 points. I've already amassed more points than I did last season, and I've almost nearly reached my best total here on F1 2017 before the halfway point. That's 54 points back in Season 1. So already this is my third best total season. I'm in 9th place, and I'd love to get up to 8th place. I've never finished higher than 9th so far, but Vettel leading the championship ahead of Raikkonen, Hamilton, Bottas, Ricciardo, Perez, Massa swap places, and Verstappen drops down a little bit. Constructors, well, we're hanging just behind Williams And I scored all the points, and Ferrari leading the championship, obviously. So let's advance through here and just see where that takes us up the pecking order. Obviously, one more race to go before we get to our full update for our engine in Britain. Looking forward to tasting a bit of the power on that baby. Excuse me. Alright. We might be able to put a development in here. 440 points. 449. Look how much Red Bull like us all of a sudden. Williams also having a bit of a keen interest in us all of a sudden too. Force India don't want anything to do with us, neither did Ferrari. Well, that hurts. And there we go. Now, just having a little bit of a look here on the R&D side of things. Because obviously we've only ever focused on the engine, haven't we? And that's all been fixed. So, chassis or aerodynamics. So, what are we looking at in the chassis? 1,000 points for our central under tray. Or again, we can focus here on the factory elements, which kind of push us towards a faster finishing control. Which again, short-term pain for long-term gain. If we go across here for aerodynamics, look how bad we are in the aerodynamics. Front wing, rear wing, both on 1,000 there. So we need about 2,000 there, and we need about 1,000. So we need about 3,000 points for a decent upgrade. So yeah, we've got a while to go. All right, this has been Azerbaijan. We've got 6 here, folks. We're off to Austria next. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And stay tuned as we continue our career mode here on F1 2017. Thank you for tuning in. We'll speak to you from Austria. Good night.